Where do I want to go? 46. Maybe like 48. I don't know if I want to go all the way to 50. I'm going to be here forever if that's the case. See, doing this is why I'm looking forward to playing through 7, 8, and 9 on the PC, so I can have like the speed ups. So if I want to grind like this, I can just bump up the game speed like to 3 times or 4 times or something like that, and just grind in a fraction of the time. That's going to be nice. Leviathan and Bahamut went down. Luneth was dead for both of them. Actually, for Leviathan, Luneth and Angus were dead when I killed them. For Bahamut, only Luneth was dead. I revived him twice in that fight, and he died twice. So I just let him dead. And now, XP here is really good, so I'm grinding on Bahamut's cave for a little bit. And I still don't know where Eureka is. My only hope is that if I go into the Ancient Maze, it's actually just there. Because I might be misunderstanding. They make it sound like Eureka is an optional area, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's something I actually have to go through. In which case, just progressing through the Ancient's Maze might take me there. I don't know. Hard to say. I was just trying to decide how long I wanted to spend grinding in here. Because I'm not sure. I'm level 46, so far I've done 3 levels of grinding. Right? Yeah, because I think I was 43 when I beat Bahamut. I'd originally said I was just going to do until 45, but the XP here is pretty good, and it's really, really easy. So, I don't know. I should see about getting like Aeroga or something like that for Arc. Have a good DPS spell for whenever I might need it. At any rate, even if the Ancient's Maze isn't the right place to go, I think I might go there next anyway, just because they probably have good gear in there. Well, I say that, but the gear in Leviathan's Cave and Bahamut's Lair have both been kind of unimpressive. So, maybe not. That's a whole lot of consumables. Which I did use the Chocobo's Fury or whatever on Bahamut out of curiosity. It didn't really do that much damage. I think it cast Flare, maybe? Either Flare or Fire 3. It kind of looked... The graphic made it look like it could have been Flare. But... The crits. How did Final Fantasy VIII go? I was lurking for a tiny bit. Did you make it all the way through? Stupid back attacks. In PSP port, you can press select and you'll have your team do auto commands. I can't. Are you talking about for this? Not for this. Okay, you're talking about the PSP port. That would be so nice. Holy crap. Wow. Auto battle would be so nice. Man. What's with me? I keep picking the wrong versions. But the crappier version of Final Fantasy II, the crappier version of Final Fantasy III. Maybe I should have done a PSP emulator. I could potentially... Man. You had said that there are good PSP emulators, right? Maybe it'd be worthwhile for me to try to get a PSP emulator for the Final Fantasy IV Complete Edition. Complete whatever. God, I might have to look into that. From what when I originally was looking at this, I tried to figure out what the consensus was in the best version, and that was generally agreed to be the best version of Final Fantasy IV. Does you have Wind Knight's signal? Like a bat signal, you just throw it up in the sky and Wind Knight shows up. Wind Knight, do you wear a cape when you come to the rescue? No capes? Good. Capes are a liability. Beat Omega Weapon. My favorite strategy for Omega Weapon is using Rinoa. With Rinoa, if you don't teach her, if you teach her Invincible Moon for like her ultimate, or like her limit break, that's the term that Final Fantasy uses, limit break. If you teach her Invincible Moon but nothing else, then she has an extremely high chance to just cast Party Invincibility through Invincible Moon. Because that's all she... Well, that and Angela Rush are the only two things she can cast. It makes things like Omega Weapon really easy, because you don't need to worry about hero drinks and all that shit. You just have Renault in the party with Aura on her, and she just constantly keeps the party invincible. Zell also extremely good if you can memorize the patterns. I have beaten Omega Weapon. I think I've only beaten it in 2 of my playthroughs. I have never once had a Lionheart proc on Omega Weapon. Feels bad. Actually, generally speaking, when I play Final Fantasy VIII, I have really bad luck with Lionheart. In general. I think when I streamed it this last time, I don't think I had Lionheart the entire time I played. Maybe once? It's not uncommon for me to play through Final Fantasy VIII and just never see Lionheart. RNG does not like me. By the way, speaking of RNG games, you guys probably didn't see it, or maybe you did and didn't care because you don't play Path of Exile, but they released the trailer for the next League. The synthesis mechanic looks so good. I played last League of Path of Exile a lot, and I did not think that I was going to be excited at all for the next League. That I was going to have to take a full League off just to let my burnout go away. But I'll tell you what, I watched that video, and holy shit, I'm excited. It's like 2 weeks away, and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna dive in my off time, and I'll be playing the Betrayal League 100%. Hopefully I can beat Hollow Knight before then, so I don't have to juggle multiple games. I feel kind of bad because I did check out Anthem, and I played it for like a day. And then Well, I'm playing Hollow Knight now, so I guess at the end of the day, turns out I wasn't really enjoying Anthem all that much, apparently. Apparently, Friday they have a big day. They're calling it a day one patch, which is absurd because it's already been out. Came out on last Friday. Early access or whatever. You can't call it a day one patch when the game's already been out for a week. But I guess they're going to try to fix a lot of the issues that the game has. I don't know. I still have it. And it was free. So I still intend to play through it at some point, but I wish I could skip these. Trappist, I like to imagine that you have an ocarina. You have a series of songs that you can play to achieve effects. Like we need to summon Wind Knight, it's song A, and when you need to... And I knocked off a piece of fuzz from a monitor, and now it has a little fingerprint stain. Which of course that was going to happen. It still pisses me off. Fingerprint smudge, I guess. I'm going to have to clean that up tomorrow. And I shouldn't have. The problem was I was playing Neo, but I wasn't really enjoying Neo all that much. It's similar to a Dark Souls game, but I think they screwed a lot of things up. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. That's kind of harsh because I know a lot of people like Neo, but there's just a lot of stuff that I did not like about the game. And I was just forcing myself to play it because I didn't really have anything else to play, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And then it was Friday, and I was like, I have some free time. I guess I'll play some Neo and just hate myself for a little while. And then I remembered that Anthem came out. And I didn't have the Origins thing, but I figured, you know what, I got Anthem for free. I can drop the 10 bucks or 15 bucks for the Origin thing. And I paid for a month, and then I just immediately unsubscribed. It still ended up being a waste, obviously, since I played Anthem for all of one day. That's kind of my life story. Making spontaneous purchases and then regretting them instantly. It's my thing. It's what I do. Yeah. We're gonna head out and rest up in Invincible. But generally speaking, I agree. Anthem is a lot like Destiny. Very, very similar. I don't know what they plan to do with endgame content. I don't know. I still maintain, for whatever deficiencies it had, flying around and fighting things was fun. We're gonna get those just because. God, we still only have 2 casts of Mega Flare. That sucks. It's Summons Chocobo. Is this actually Escape? I gotta try that. 47 casts, if that does decent damage. It's crazy that I have 47 casts at level 1, then it immediately drops to 17. It's the progression here is weird. And I still haven't found level 8 white magic spells, which is weird. I haven't seen them anywhere. That tells me I probably am missing a town somewhere. Weird. Anyway. What time is it? I guess we'll keep going for a little while. See if I can get myself to level 50. What am I, actually, what am I... Level 15 job, 14, 12. God, job level is going up slow. I was hoping it'd be a lot faster, actually, since they're so low level. But yeah. I'll probably play Anthem again at some point. Probably. Maybe. Depends how into Path of Exile I get, I guess. And I just end up forgetting. I haven't actually seen Ifrit yet, so we're going to cast Ifrit. Hitra. Fire Rod. Pretty good. Does good damage. Hooray for job levels. I wonder where the actual best places to level up are in this game. There's over 2,000 hit points now, so that's nice. I'd say that Ingus is pulling ahead, but I guess he is, because at one point Ingus and Ark were pretty close, and now Ingus is notably ahead of Ark. I feel like Ark is actually slowing down as the Devout versus the White Mage. And other people are catching up, or maybe he's, I don't know, maybe the other two are just actually getting more. Hard to say. But Black Belt definitely giving me lots of hit points. Can't deny that. Feels bad when Luneth doesn't get the kill. I do wish we could speed this up. I also wish they had given Luneth a purple ninja outfit rather than red. I would feel better. Oh my god, I just remembered something. I think Anthem's in trouble. I completely forgot that the new From Software game, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, comes out in March. Oh man. That's a day one purchase for me, 100%. As much as I tell myself I need to stay away from those games, From Software's games are just too good. I will 100% be playing that. Oh, poor Anthem. Maybe, since Bungie separated with Activision, maybe BioWare will follow suit and separate from EA. That would be a good thing, yeah? And then, like, maybe Obsidian can link up with the BioWare peeps. And we can not only get some of those delicious old-school Obsidian CRPGs, but we can get some delicious old-school BioWare RPGs as well. You know, I never played through Dragon Age Inquisition. I have it. I played through a little bit of it, but I think I got bored, if I remember. It is why I stopped. That's another game that at some point I would like to play through. Just, I don't know. For all the problems that I have, I still would like to experience it. I've also never played through the Mass Effect games. I played through Mass Effect 1, when it first came out, but that's the only one that I've played. I've heard that Mass Effect 2 at least is pretty good. And 3 obviously had all the weird shenanigans with the ending and all that kind of stuff, and then Andromeda was a bomb. Although I know a few people who liked Andromeda. Oh. I just need to find a way to stream 8 hours a day and get more games in. Also need to find a way how to get better temperature control in this room. Oh, that's my first max damage hit. This room does not have any windows. Although there is a window, there's one window in the basement. I could go open that. It is a little chilly out tonight, but it's also raining. Where that window is, because it's actually underneath the porch, it shouldn't get much rain in there. The wind would have to be blowing at a very strange angle and quite hard to get rain in the window, but it could still happen. Downwards windows. So you mean open them up at the top? I assume is what you're saying? I might do that. I was doing that for a while. Oh, they're angled toward... Nope, I don't have any of those. My windows don't do that. I've seen those though. We'll see. A break I might do that actually. Crack the window open a little, which we're getting pretty close to break. We'll stop at level 50 or at break time, whichever comes first. Which at this rate will almost certainly be break time. The issue I had, and this is really nitpicky, the issue I had earlier in the year when I was cracking open that window is my feet would get really cold, because whenever it's possible, I like to be barefoot. I don't like wearing socks all that much. So most of me would be perfectly content, but my feet would be freezing. And that wasn't fun either. But it's not as cold out now as it was then, so that shouldn't be an issue. I'm also an idiot and I'm wearing full-length pants right now, which doesn't help my situation. Wool socks. Literally, never mind, I can't say never. I do have wool socks that I wear under my giant snow boots. I have not worn them since I moved to Tennessee, and I hope to never have to wear them while I live in Tennessee. But when I lived in Iowa, I definitely got use. Wool socks, man. That's disgusting. Wool anything is disgusting. Yuck. Ugh. Nope. Never. When my wife and I were dating, she would try to get me to wear like wool sweaters and like plaid vests and weird shit like that. And she'd buy me stuff to wear, and it took her a little while to realize that I never wore any of the clothes. I just sat there in the closet. And she finally stopped. I said plaid. I didn't mean plaid. I meant argyle, the diamond shapes. That's argyle, right? Plaid is the squares. She never bought me plaid. She bought me argyle vests. 1990. MFC's a young one, huh? Whew. Always making me feel old in this chat. How's it going, MFC? I was telling everybody that I started Hollow Knight. So thank you for that. Hopefully I can beat it before Path of Exile's next league comes out. And failing that, definitely needs to be completed before Sekiro Shadows Die Twice comes out. Has to be done. I always love it. That game is so flippin' good. Man. They absolutely knocked it out of the park. It's funny that it's kind of funny to me that it has so much praise at this point, because when it first came out, people were constantly complaining, well, it felt to me that people were constantly complaining about the aesthetic, how about the color tone was always blues and grays. It seemed like a very common complaint, which I love the aesthetic of the game. Visually perfect. The sound design, too, is amazing. I know, that's why Hollow Knight has to be done. It has to be done. I don't remember, because Sekiro comes out towards the end of March. So if I can make sure that Hollow Knight is done before... Basically gives me 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Why did I hold up 3... that was all weird. 2 weeks to beat Hollow Knight. Then I'll have 2 to 3 weeks to play Path of Exile before I dive into Sekiro. Yeah, they nailed it. It's such a good game. And there's so much content that I haven't seen. Oh my lord, they added so many like free updates. And obviously I haven't played anything of the official DLC. There's just so much new stuff to explore. I'm excited. Very, very excited. I will say I very, very briefly considered loading up my old save, just diving right into the new content, but nah, can't do that. As soon as I had that thought, I'm like, nope, we have to delete the old save so I don't become tempted to do this. I'm going to start over. That's 49. We might actually hit 50 before break. I should have healed up. I didn't really need to heal up that much. We are in a grinding session right now, MFC. I don't know how far or if I needed to grind at all, but I arbitrarily decided to grind to level 50. So, yeah, gotta clear the old save, man. Realistically, I'm never going to go back to it. So there's no point to having it there. I don't know. I guess that's a good question. Do any of you ever go back to your old saves? Like JRPG is a perfect example, right? Like in your old cartridges, you had 3 save slots. Did you ever, like years after the fact, just fire up that old Final Fantasy III on the Super Nintendo save just because? As you play Castlevania Symphony of the Night like 10 years after the fact and pull up your 98% complete save? I mean, I don't know. I've never done anything like that. There's literally no draw for me to do that.